I really don't get that much online hate. Like, I feel like I used to get a pretty decent amount of it, or at least it seemed that way to me, because, when you're the one receiving it, it feels like the whole world is crashing down, but realistically, the people who are leaving the comments are doing it in like 5 seconds and moving on with their day and not remembering. Anyways, one of the criticisms that I get is that I care too much about my appearance, or that I'm always talking about like things that I want to change about myself. And so one of my goals for 2026 is to stop unintentionally putting myself down. I do it all the time, and I don't even recognize it until people reply to my story and they're like, girl, stop being so mean to yourself. And I'm like, wait, what? I didn't even realize that I was being mean to myself. For example, the other day I posted a picture of my home and I was like, I don't consider myself to be good at decorating my house. Like, it's so funny looking back and how horrible I was. And I still don't think I'm good at it. And so many people replied and they're like, girl, stop being mean. Like, why do you keep talking down to yourself? And I don't know why I do it. But if I think back to my life, like, I have never not been so wrapped up in how I present myself. And I don't know, just like always wanting to be the best and like wanting to better myself and feel good and feel confident. And I've really lacked that a lot. And so I feel like when I show up on the internet and I'm honest about things that I'm insecure about, for example, my acne, or my front tooth that I broke in 3rd grade that was completely discolored, or my eyebrows that I plucked too far apart when I was in middle school that I've had a hard time growing back, or my gray hair that I recently started to try to embrace and grow out over the past year, or not feeling 100% confident in my body and where I'm at and wanting to be stronger and wanting to continue to focus on my health. I feel like I share all of those things not to put myself down and not to make it seem like I'm incredibly insecure, but to just be like realistic with the things that I do want to change about myself, and that it's okay to love myself exactly as I am, but to also want to like better myself and feel more confident. I love who I am as a person. I think that I am kind, I'm generous, I'm thoughtful. My character and what's in my heart, I love my heart. It's just sometimes I have a hard time seeing it externally. And I feel like there's this expectation that if you have followers and you have a lot of women who follow you, you're just supposed to be this like representation for self-love. You're just supposed to show up every single day and tell people that they need to love themselves exactly as they are. And I just don't think that that is realistic for me to do when I don't even feel that way about myself. You know what I mean? So I will say over the past year, one thing that has really, really helped my self-confidence, strangely enough, is just embracing one thing that I've always been insecure about, which is my gray hair. And it has been quite a journey. It's been a full year of not coloring my grays. I've been growing them out now for a year. I've been doing gray blending, and don't get me wrong, there are days where I'm like, I fucking hate my hair. I want to rip it out of my head. I just want to go to CVS and buy some root touch-up and just fix the problem overnight. I've always been such an overnight fix kind of person. And that translates in like all areas of my life, whether it is wanting to fix the shelves, I would just get in the car, I'd go to Home Goods, I would go buy shit that I don't even like in 2 weeks' time. If I want to change something about my appearance, I'm literally going to make a hair appointment and I'm going to go. Or if I can't get in soon enough to fix it and I'm feeling super insecure, I'm going to go to the store, I'm going to get root touch up, I'm going to fix it overnight. I really want to stop trying to chase these instant gratifications and focus on doing the work and taking patience and consistency to fix the inner relationship that I have with the external things. You know what I mean? So taking the step to grow out my gray hair was huge for me. And I know it seems really dramatic for some people, but I feel like it made the most insane difference in my life and how I view myself. I never once thought that like growing out my gray hair and doing something that I always thought was such an insecurity and so ugly, something I always wanted to hide, would make me feel like so free and empowered. And even on the days where I still don't love it, or it like isn't, styling the way that I want it to, I think back to the times where I get messages from hundreds of girls who are like, oh, I'm so thankful that I found your page. I've been getting gray since I was in high school. I've never seen anyone around my age with similar hair to me, and you make me feel so confident. In those moments, I'm like, okay, I feel so justified. I feel so good about what I'm doing. I shouldn't need to feel insecure. Like, why do I feel this way? And I think I feel so insecure because I'm always so worried about what people think of me. I've always cared so much. And if you are somewhat of like a public person and you share your life online, it can be really hard to be vulnerable and share your life when you care what people think, because I want people to like me. And it literally sucks when they don't like me. And if I know the reasons why they don't like me, it immediately makes me want to fix those things. And again, I just want the instant gratification. I want to fix something immediately and have them be like, you know what? Actually, I do like you. And it just doesn't work like that. And I just turned 28 this year, and I feel like I'm starting to come to terms with that. And it's just a really freeing feeling. On the flip side, though, I will say it's hard to not care what people think about you. It's hard to not be insecure when, like, the search bar on my videos for a couple months was literally jennapalek arms. I will never forget. I was feeling so bad about myself. I was feeling so like down about how I looked. And it was a video of me ironically coloring my roots. And Connor walked in the bathroom. I turned to him, and it was my side profile with my arm down to my side. My arm apparently looked very large. And so people made that, you know, the search on that video. It was like jennapalek arms, jennapalek weight gain, jennapalek side profile. And I just continued to block these filter words because I'm like, I don't want this in my search bar. It's making me feel terrible about myself. And so it's like this weird relationship of, I'm supposed to be really confident. I'm supposed to come on here and inspire other women who follow me to feel good about themselves exactly as they are and to not care about what people think. But then also, I'm seeing what people think. I'm seeing them point out the insecurities that I already have, and I'm already feeling worse about myself. So how do I show up online when I'm trying to balance this line of like, I do love a lot of qualities about myself, but there's also a lot of things that I would love to, you know, improve. So this was a really long way. I lost the plot. I actually forget what I'm talking about. I think I was trying to tell you that one of my goals in 2026 is to stop chasing overnight solutions to deeply rooted insecurities. Bars! That was so good. Oh my God. And if you relate to this message in any way, I'm just going to continue to show up as myself online. And if that offends people or annoys people, that's okay. That's okay.